Nope. And it's like, you got to get into what you need to get into, so it's over.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
told me that yesterday. He
Yeah.
was like, it's over.
So you were just gonna put a pin in it.
Yeah, because like I don't want to lie.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
same.
I don't want to lie to him, because once if I say it and I do it, now I'm a liar,
Yeah.
and now I'm getting whooped up
Yeah.
and down, and who gonna stop
Yeah.
him? Nobody. I'm just gonna sit here and get
But
whooped.
was it gonna be those kind where like, oh my God, I got a new pair of shoes, champagne?
No,
Oh.
even when I got my car, I was like, I want some champs. I was like, no, that's not a good idea.
Right. See, that's what I'm talking about, the celebrations of nothing. I mean, that is something, but I'm saying it's not like somebody getting wedded. We don't need you to. We don't need you to. That one we gonna just let die, son. We gonna let that one die.
He was like, you got a
She celebrated in her spirit, in her shondo.
Yes.
So it was the Lord just yesterday
The
saying,
Lord yesterday, he was like, you gonna have to stop drinking. I said,
not at all, that you not doing it at all.
yeah, at all.
Okay.
Like it's a done deal. It's
Yeah.
done dado. I got
Yeah.
quiet, and I was
Yeah.
like, not even. And then he went, shh. I was like,
like,
okay. He was like, now you're not minding my business.
Right,
Like,
right.
no.
Okay, Rishmish, what was it for you? And you weren't a huge drinker like that, but you did drink, and
You know, I dabbled. you
Yeah,
know. I was a dabbler.
yeah,
But no, I had a lot of times where I didn't feel well, and I was just like, oh man.
yeah,
Right when I finally get with my sister girls, people
Yeah.
I trust.
Yeah.
You know, I can have fun. I'm safe. I'm in the home. I'm not out in the streets.
yeah,
Why can I have a drink and it be okay? Like, why can I not like have fun? And it's like, you know, like I'm not like bringing on heck of stuff. I'm not at the club, you know.
Yeah.
And I just wouldn't feel good. And I was like, oh man, like I'm not having fun, you know.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times I would be like, you know, my baby hand had the baby cup. I drink some of it, and I'll just try to finish it, and then it's just like no, and I'm like, oh man, because I told y'all last week that it was not really the drinking. He laughing because he used to always talk about me, and it was really this like me. Let me put a little juice in yours, like yeah, fine, I'm not that, you know, but it was still fun though to like you know, just loosen up, or you know, like he said, he had a hard shift and things like that, so it's like you think you're gonna relax, but like you know, Rosie talked about like you're not really relaxing. You're really
Yeah.
getting more relaxed to like kind of melt into more thoughts of like how you're gonna think you're gonna be in control of the whole scenario, and you're not. So for me, Brother Ice really ministered to me when I really was like kind of in between of like wanting to stop but still like, dang, like I'm just a social drinker, I'm just a social smoker. You know, I had already stopped smoking like for like at least a year. And then the drinking, I really was never that, as you guys
Yeah.
knew, but I would just do it socially. So it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you about to go do the cycle again? You gonna get to be knowing them through drinking and be social? Why not just be you? Like just
Yeah.
drink your, you know, your what is it called? Ghirardelli's or whatever. Oh, I'm thinking about
Yeah.
chocolate right now. I want some of that. You know, drink the apple cider. You know,
Yeah.
like drink something, you know, that makes you
Martinelli's.
feel Martinelli's. There you go. Drink something that makes you feel good. You like drinking your calories away. So
Yeah.
just get something that tastes good and like makes you feel cool. And I was like, no, that's babyish. That's childish, you know. So I was like, I am baby. I am
Right.
childish. You know, I am all those things. You know, now I'm maturing in the Lord, so don't
Yeah.
get it twisted. But you know, just a lot of that, like just really kind of like not trying to fit in and unintentionally, but at the same time you are just getting social with it. You just want to be, you know, vibing and chilling. It's nobody's pressuring me. Nobody's like you are a wimp, you know. You're not,
Right.
you know,
Right.
you're not drinking. It's like even he would tease, but he knew like she can't even handle it because
Right.
she ain't supposed to.
Right.
He's over here
Right.
telling us like you know, like the whole time. So, and no judgment even I felt from you, but just
Yeah.
like that kind of vibe. So when you text and was like, I am proud of, I'm proud of the steps you're taking on your walk, I was like shocked. Like, what? Like, me? Like, I'll be wobbling when I walk. I'll be, you know, like, you know, and it's like, he's like, no, like, you know, like, I'm like, wow, he doesn't just say things to people. Like, you don't just say things to people. You know, a lot of times he's getting to know everyone, but I came kind of in when he came in too. And I didn't really like speak a lot to him, or even in the house, I'll just let him be and just, you know, like he lets me be too. But
Yeah.
I never had like a brother who was in tune, you know, like So just even somebody like as a stranger, but like being in a family and being in a healthy dynamic and having a big brother, like that's something I always wish that I would have been. Like instead of me being a big sis and
Yeah.
feeling like I got to carry things or be God for people,
Yeah.
like people to just even care or even
Yeah.
give attention to something or even give instruction. It's like, I'm stubborn, but I'm really
Yeah.
not. Like I really
Yeah.
turn quickly.
Yeah.
Even mother knows that because she
Yeah.
is that,
Yeah.
the baby sister, but really the big little sister. So
Right.
just even him saying that was like meant a lot to me because I really
Yeah.
was, insecure in my walk a little bit and questioning things and like, oh my gosh, how do I fit in this? And it's like, we already accept you, already love, you're already chosen. And it's like,
Yeah.
I'm still questioning things,
Yeah. Yeah.
So just having that acknowledgement really like, it was an amazing pivot for me to be like, man, like my fruit, Lord, like
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to preachy or
Yeah.
talk to him or even try to show something. I'm just walking my steps, and him even noticing was, you even noticing was a big deal for me. So
Yeah.
I just really want to say that,
Yeah.
thank you for acknowledging it and even like messaging me and just always like looking out for me. Even if you don't say anything, I can feel that. And I know that. And so much wisdom, so much like just that, like if you care for somebody, you really care for them.
Yeah.
And you don't even know me.
Yeah.
But even the fact that you would even take time to even pay attention, like that's big for me.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
Chucky Check. So why do they Ice?
I'm like,
Why do they say you like me?
Man, so many different things. Probably because I don't hold my tongue.
Ooh,
That's
that
probably
sound kinda like
the biggest one. Like I don't really care about what you're gonna say afterwards. If I feel like I gotta say it to you, I'm gonna say it to you.
Mm-hmm.
I might try to jazz it up to not hurt your feelings, but sometimes it's just like word vomit, and it just look. This is what it is right now. So I mean, I love you afterwards, and this even a prime example. I don't know if but if I have your permission to speak on it, Roger. I said something one time and it was taken serious. I said, "Dang, you're not even my sister," and she took it as a serious thing, but I'll be joking a lot, and I think it was just one time, and I didn't talk to her, and I'm like, dang, you ain't even hit me up. You acting like you're not my sister, and I don't know, maybe she was going through something at that time, and sometimes I do say things that may be received wrong, so a lot of times I have to dial down what I say because the relationship isn't to where I think it is,
Okay.
but I know that's where it's supposed to be.
Okay.
So none of these women are my blood sisters, but through my mom and through God, these are all my sisters, and I protect them and I love them all like we are blood.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of different relationships I have with every single one of them, but I've been through their journey with all of them. So when I seen it, I remember I used to talk to them all, and I would always ask, what are they really trying to be saved for? Because it was like they said, they would always be drinking. And it was like I would not come around because it's like I'm a part of that, and I know I bring that spirit because I know I drink. So it'd be times where it'd be like, oh, you coming over, we cooking, and I'd be like, nah, I know what I'm gonna end up doing. So I decided to not show. But it's just the things that I see that I have to acknowledge, even if it's good or bad, because I know what I know.
Yeah.
So just like you say, Mom, is you have to tell them because you are a teacher. Even though I'm not in the same walk that they are, if I know better, I should speak about it.
Yeah.
So a lot of times it's like, hey, you're not doing this, but at the same time you are doing this, but you just need to pick up that slack.
Yeah.
So I think my biggest thing that I get from you is not holding back. Is what I gotta say. So you're gonna either accept it or you're gonna reject it.
Yeah.
But it's coming from a place of love.
Right.
And everybody knows that I may come off a little harsh, but it's love behind it. You just gotta wait and listen to it a couple of times and be like, oh, okay, he do love me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that's probably about the biggest thing I got from you.
Is to say what you mean and mean what you say.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
I mean, I got a lot. I mean, I always say my cockiness.
Oh,
I mean,
I'm cocky.
yeah, you cocky. You know, I mean, we all got it. I mean, it's a part of this this chocolate lifestyle. But, it's,
I am
know.
not.
they like to say I think I'm light skinned, but light skin couldn't handle all this. So, you know what I'm saying? The skin ain't thick enough, you know what I'm talking about? But yeah, I mean that yeah, he did a little extra. Let me put a little bit extra here. So, but I probably got that from you. That's probably about one of the things I probably would never get rid of. I love the confidence that you've instilled into not only me but all of my brothers.
Yeah.
And not only my brothers but my sisters. Now they feel more strong in their walk that they have, to where it was something they were like, okay, yeah, I'm saved, but I'm saved in a quiet spot. But now it's like I'm gonna let everybody know.
Yeah.
And it took them to be around somebody that's like, I've been doing this for years. You either like it or you don't like it.
Yeah.
But this is what it's gonna be, and you're gonna respect it.
Yeah.
And I not only appreciate it, but I'm sure they all do too. So it's a lot of things that not only that I got from you, but other people do too.
That's so sweet. Chicky You are most definitely such a treat. Saved or unsaved, I can't wait to see when the Lord polish you up. If you would even be so bold where you're at now to even help them and say the things you needed to say, but it's coming from a love place that they're able to receive it. And let me say, I didn't call her a drunk out of frustration or anger. And I've said to them all that they would have to stop drinking in order to go to the next realm and the level that you need to level up. Did I not?
Yes.
Okay. But I think because they always say, oh, you super saved,
Yeah, you
that I'm professionally saved.
Professionally saved.
But I thank God that, for you. I thank God for the beauty inside of you and outside of you. Nobody matches you. There is not another Ice. That you mean the world to me. That you are bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. That you are my always love. That I appreciate you from the time that we laugh and share and we go on dates. We've never really had a disagreement but one time. And I had to put you on my program. And I ain't going to tell what ministry that is. Soon, another time. Soon and very soon. That would be exposed. But, man, you are so dope. You are so amazing. People are so blessed and honored to know you, to be in your presence, to feel who you are, the very essence of you, your swag, your laugh, your smile, to where even your little brother tried to steal your laugh. And I'm like, dude, that ain't even your laugh. That you're contagious and infectious, that you are one that when you know, and then can't nobody tell you nothing, and I love that. I love that you have taken that from me and that you've been shaped in a lot of things that are of me, that you just dope, just beyond measure. It's unmatched, so I just want you to know that I love you, son, that I appreciate you, that I adore you, that you're so amazing, that one thing it is for sure, if you call me, I'm coming. And for sure, if I call you, you coming. Without questions, without form, without even details. I appreciate you for your faithfulness, for your kindness, for your craziness, even the rug thug part of you. I appreciate that. I love you. You are so amazing. I've always told you that since forever. Don't nobody compare to y'all. They just don't. Not in this whole world. And I just want you to know that I love you with every breath in my body. To my very last day, that I love you down to my triple soul. That you are honor and a delight. And I appreciate you for being on So Sweet Sundays.
Love you, and thank you for having me.
Do anybody else want to say something to?
I do. I didn't get to do my part. But you don't over preach person. But I just want to say, Bobby Dollars. Bobby Dollars. No, that wasn't what I was playing. Okay, let me turn around and look at you. No, I just I want you to know that I love you. I want you to know that I appreciate you. I'm not gonna cry again. Okay, but I just think that I love to see you be an uncle. That is one of my highlights of you. I thank you for the times where I had a rough time and you text me and you didn't even know that it meant a lot to me. But you know, you're like, hey, I have fun, do this, do that. And I appreciate you for always seeing me, you know, and loving me. You really are like the piece of the puzzle that I didn't know I was missing, you know? So it's like so dope to get to be around you. It's so dope to experience you. It's dope to see Dewana 2.0, Dewana with a fade. Like, it's amazing. And, you know, like, I know sometimes you probably be like, oh God, these girls get on my nerves. But it's like, I delight in spending time with you. Those times where we get to talk about like how we talked about like the 50-50, 100-100 thing with the relationships, and just like having a younger big brother, you know, because I'm older than you. But I just want you to know, like, everything that you do, I appreciate you. It doesn't go unnoticed, you know, the things that you do around the house, but especially what you do with your nephew. Like, I just like, I love you, like, for that. Because you jumped in and it was like you were never gone. You know, he's like, Uncle, where's Uncle? Where's my uncle? Mom, where's Uncle? Mom, what the Uncle? You know, or like, even when he get in trouble, like, I'm going to tell Uncle. And he'd be like, oh, you know what I mean? I'd be like, yeah, that's good. So I just want you to know, like, don't think that we don't appreciate you. Don't think that, because, you know, sometimes we have days we just like, I'm going to my room, I'm going to sleep, you know. But I just want you to know that I love you, that I appreciate you, and I thank you, you know what I mean, for all the things that you do, not just for me, but for your nephew, you know what I'm saying? Because you put that whole pool together by yourself. Yeah. And I was like, well, excuse me. I'm him. Right. All right. He gotta stop being him to get with him.
All right.
But anyways, that's a whole nother thing.
Right.
That's a whole nother show.
Right.
But
Exactly.
I just want you to know, like, from the bottom of my heart, like, I love you. I appreciate you. I thank you for, you know, coming in, putting up with us, because we be loud and crazy. And he probably be like, oh, I am trying to sleep. And we be in there just cackling. And they be laughing. I be looking at the couch like, oh my God, he's gonna jump. I'm like, at any moment he's gonna jump up and flash on us. Like, do y'all mind? Like, because that's what I would do. But I just want you to know I love you. I appreciate the time we get to spend together. Like, I'm so excited to like watch us grow, like all of us grow, but mostly me and you. Like what we get to do together, and like the time we spend together, even when you were away, you know, the times that we spoke, you know, I just appreciate like your honesty and your input, you know, like even the correction when we had that moment, you know what I mean? Like, I even appreciate that, because you could have just been like, oh, well, you know. So I thank you for everything that you are and all that you do and all that you bring. And I appreciate you. And I love you very, very much. Oh, you don't need
I don't know. Is anybody else? Oh, you don't have to.
Yeah,
just.
No, I would like to though.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so because she had me
Excuse
crying
me,
in
but I do.
excuse
Right.
me with my pinky up, but I'm just kidding. Oh man, I'm gonna call you. I know you don't like it, but I'm gonna just. Can I say your name? Your name? Okay, so Ice or Robert. Man, so I'm gonna cry. So I started crying when Rosie was speaking. But I wanted to mention earlier how we were talking about how you and all the brothers like would come to see, especially like Cupcake was talking about it. It's like, I know that if I'm going through something, like they gonna come to see about me. Like if I need them, then they gonna come to see about me. Like if it's popping off and I need, you know, and it's not my dad, I'm gonna call them. But anyway, so I was just thinking about like, dang, like I was so thankful, and I was like, it's so dope to have a brother or have brothers now that are, because my brothers like in my like from my mom were never that for me. They can never pull up for me. They can never do anything for me, like to this day, you know. So to have brothers that I can really be like, if I'm going through something, like, yeah, y'all won't kill a spider for me, a black widow for me, but but y'all they did not kill the black widow. Yeah, but he didn't when I asked him. Anyway, but anyway, I had to laugh before I cried.
Was
So
probably under the influence.
oh,
He said he was under.
he probably did. He probably was under the influence, like Mama said. But anyway, with the jokes aside, but I know that y'all would come to see about me if it really like the same thing. Like if I needed a brother, like or even just to talk to, that you would be there. I say y'all, but you would be there for sure. And I just want to say it was crazy because that recently, just a few months ago, we're talking and I was like, oh, like by the way, I was like, my brother's name is Robert. And then, yeah, it was crazy because, I'm gonna cry. Basically, and then I know it's like up and down emotions, and then my brother passed, like really like almost immediately after that. And yeah, and I was like, and his name was Robert as well. So it's just crazy. Like God really, like, and I said, God had gifted me a family, but I didn't even realize that he was also replacing even brothers in my life, especially you. Even the same name is amazing, crazy. And so with that being said, oh man, I just felt like, oof. But basically, I just want to say how thankful I am for you, because it's just, now I don't have the words to say. It's like it took it away. But basically, that's what I was going to say. Sorry. Is that in that moment, like I said, I had mentioned to you, like, oh, his name's Robert, and then he had passed. And I think even, like, you guys didn't know at first. And then I think maybe, like, the girls had mentioned it to you, like, oh, like, Becky's brother passed, you know? And then you guys were like, oh, is she okay? Like, and just even having you guys, like, care, like, that, I didn't even, like, think about you guys caring for me in that way. But in that moment, it really, like, registered to me that you do care for me in that way. And even how just hearing you speak now, like you really care for us and love us in that way. And I can say the same for you. And like I said, I'm just so thankful for you because God really placed you in my life. Like I said, like the puzzle piece that you never knew you needed is like that big brother that actually cares about you. And I never had that to this day. Like I said, I've never had that. So a long way around the laughs and the cries, but I really love you and I'm so thankful for you. And you really are just like a light to be around regardless of like the circumstance. You're always like just a little like you always like shift the atmosphere, so that's dope. But yeah.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I'll go. Ice, aka frozen water. I think you don't know how much God moves through you, which is like crazy. You drop gems all the time, literally all the time. And then you quote Bible verses. And then you'll be like, yeah, but, I'm not about to get into all of that. You really do drop gems. Like, you really do. And you know what you're supposed to do, but it's just all in his timing. But I do appreciate you. The sternness that you have, which is amazing because, we all need it. We all need to be checked sometimes. You're helpful, like Ross says, and you're here. Like, you're always around, and it was dope. Like, to be here for the brunch was amazing to, like, finally meet you, and it kind of opened everything for us to really know who you are and meet the other half of all the boys. You know what I mean? It's so dope, and I love you dearly.
Lord. He's like, I'm tired of this one. But I know as quirky and as interesting and as like peculiar as you know that I am, you accept me, you let me be me as you want us all to do as well. And it just really shows, like, outside of even being a brother, like having a healthy man around who, even if you feel you're not doing healthy things all the time, it doesn't even matter. It's like, it really does show you, like, that agape love, like how God really loves us down regardless of who we're around or what we got going on in our lives. And the fact that you would even be present even when you do come, it's like you have a lot of things that you are processing all day too. And a lot of things that people don't really check on you and ask, but you let us do that. And you don't really let people do that besides Mama Bear, you know? So just thank you even for opening yourself up, because when you come from a place where you're with yourself so long, or you're forced to be around others that you didn't choose, it's such a different experience. My dad spent a lot of time in and out of jail, you know, and man, just even to see you just be free, you know what I mean? Like, man, like to even believe to see you fully free is going to be such a thing, regardless of what we talk about, because we have a lot of talks. He's an intellectual, no matter if you see him over here with the grill shining, okay? So I just love you, and I appreciate you. I see all the different dynamics of you with all the expressions of relationships that you have with all of us, including the brothers, and it's just, man, you the one. Like, you is a perfect big brother that all of us would ever have, you know?
Yeah.
So, man, like, just thank you, you know? And continue to grow, continue to be open to come back, because I know you be like, I ain't coming back to that. Yes, you will be, okay? Because I technically, like Rosie said, I'm the second big sister, okay? But whatever. I'm 32, you 30, but you know, you win. And you know, you're just helping me more than you know. Like, breaking down a lot of pride stuff, a lot of men don't help, and man, just so much healing like that you don't even know. Like, just by just being you, being the man, you know, man. So. Yes, thank you, Mama Bear, for sharing that one with all of us, because we appreciate it.
And he's most definitely a gem.
Yes.
Okay, you guys, I'm not gonna cry. I ain't crying on this one. I want you guys to all know that I do appreciate and I love all you guys. I got all brothers, but growing up with my mom, it was always a church family that she brought around, and that I always had to share my mom with. But I don't feel that way with you guys. I love this family that I came home to, the people that I didn't know and the people that I started to know, which is you, Roz. We had our conversations before I came home, and I fell in love with you before I even met you. Aww. And I remember it'd be times to where I'd be like, I ain't worried about what he got going on, but me and you, we straight. Yeah. We good. You can hit me anytime. Yeah. And it's just the love that I have for you guys. It grew so quick, and it's like, from where to where I came home and I was like, I don't even know these people. Who are y'all? But it was just like being around you guys. It was just a joy, and to see everything you guys are doing. Just like when you guys went out of town, I was like, you guys ain't left yet? I'm excited for y'all to leave. And y'all thought it was like, you just trying to get rid of us. Nah, I love to see the journey you guys are going through, because it's elevation, and I'm all for elevation, whether it's from somebody I know, I don't know. I love to see people grow in what they feel they're passionate about. So I want you guys to know I love you guys. I love being in you guys' life. I love being around you guys. Even when y'all irritate me, I sit there and be like, man, I wouldn't change it for the world, because I never had sisters. I never had that side to where I can be like, oh, yeah, I got my brothers and we rough and tough, but I got my sisters to where it's something I got to talk to a female about. Yeah. So there's different times to where I didn't have conversations with all y'all, and y'all all heard me out, and it was like, you tripping. And be like, am I? You know what I'm talking about. So I appreciate you guys for handling me and dealing with me the way that you guys see fit and to know the type of person I am. So I appreciate you guys all, and I appreciate you, Mom, for instilling the love and the compassion that you have in me for me to even open myself up to people that I don't know, because that's always been a challenge for me. Yeah. I've always felt like I was a loner, and it was because I chose to be that way, because I didn't know what these people were coming into my life for. Yeah. You've always told me that I had something, a quality about me, and even when I didn't see it, people seen it, and I didn't know why, and it was like, I don't even know you. Why are you around me? Yeah. So it grew me to close myself off, because I don't know what you're bringing to my table. Yeah. So I thank you for giving me the wisdom and understanding to open up. Yeah. So I thank you for being who you are, and I love you, Mom.
I love you too, Chicka Jack. And I appreciate you as well, in closing, for always sharing me. I know that probably was a tough thing with this heavy call on my life, or me always going preaching, praying, and prophesying somewhere, me dragging y'all along on the journey, and somebody always was vying for my time, my attention, and you always was so gracious in that. I know that it probably wasn't easy at times, but I just appreciate you and honor you for that. And so that was the episode that was like 9 years long. But it was much so things that needed to be said. And we started out with the mistakes that we made and how they were necessary and what we learned from them. And I just believe in pouring into people. And so them pouring into him and him pouring back into all of us. And if y'all can just hit me with that one more time, what y'all say for him? Bobby Dollars. So that was the episode with Bobby Dollars. I am Sweets.
I'm Rosie.
I'm Dexter. I'm Cupcake.
And we out.
Let me go get you the world, babe.